Well, here's the tea, guys. Hey, Wengie fam. My gosh, do I have some updates for you guys? So I think you guys noticed that I've literally disappeared off YouTube. I still like posted stuff on Instagram. I would upload TikToks once in a while, but I think for the past year, there's been absolutely no consistency. I think I've posted like 2 or 3 videos, and so let's sit down and have like an intimate chat with each other. This is not going to be my usual fun videos. This is going to be kind of like a girl chat, fam chat. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about what's been happening. Let me update you guys. Oh my gosh, so much has happened. No, for those of you guys, this may be like the first video you've seen in years, and others like you might have been following like the little bits and pieces I've been kind of leaving behind. But I think I'm at a point where I can finally talk about like what's been happening in the past year. It's been like a really hard couple of years for me. As you guys know, I broke up with Max a while back, and I think since then it's been really difficult for me to kind of like wrap my head around what that means for my life moving forward, because as you know, me and Max were together for like 8 years. Literally, I would never have imagined life without him. If you spoke to me a couple years ago, he was heavily involved in my channel. We made videos together. We ran this channel together. He came up with a lot of ideas and helped me shoot. And he was pretty much a very big part of this channel. Since that happened between us, this channel has just been kind of left to the side. I wasn't ready mentally to deal with it. And I was just pretty much burnt out as well, because I have been on YouTube for a very long time. I started my first official video in 2013. That's like 9 years ago, which is crazy to think about. I needed to put myself first at that point. Also, to make things kind of worse, like while all that relationship stuff was happening, me and Max also started a new company, which made it even more kind of difficult amongst everything, because like it wasn't a clean break. Like we still talk to each other every other day, pretty much every day, regarding this new business. The new company's name is called 9 Heroes. We're making a really cool kind of shooting game with cats piloting robots on the blockchain. It's really going to change the way gamers kind of deal with games, and I'm not really going to talk about that because that's not what this video is about. But if you want to check it out, we have a separate Twitter account and YouTube channel and Instagram account. I'm going to link it down below. You guys can stalk it if you want. But, you know, we kind of broke up during, and since then, our company has raised 3 rounds of funding and we're valued at $100 million. We have 50 people working for it. So it's a pretty big company that we created amongst all this stuff. And as you can imagine, the last thing on my mind was YouTube. Like, it was just not something that I wanted to deal with. I was like, you know, trying to settle down in LA and so many things going on at one time. And I think with all that, you know, trying to start that company and get that going, I really didn't have time to focus on myself, focus on my mental health. Oh my gosh! I have a new cat and he just spilled the tea all over me. Theo! Oh my gosh. Well, we don't have that much tea left. But anyways, while that was all happening, I really didn't have time to kind of face like what the end of the relationship meant to me, what my life would look like. We're busy like dividing assets and all this kind of stuff that I never thought I'd be doing. And I think I just kind of had like a mental breakdown for like months, but like I couldn't even deal with my mental breakdown because there was like so much going on. I was traveling from country to country, basically building this gaming company. I would be flying to different countries every month, meeting new people, pitching my new company, and it was just like a lot to deal with. At the same time, I'm here in LA to do more music, and the sad thing is I didn't really have time to do much of that because of the new gaming company that just kind of like sprung up. I had pushed a lot of myself aside to kind of just focus on 9 Heroes, build that up and make sure like everyone is okay. So that took a lot of time. But kind of now, things have calmed down a little bit. We've hired great people to kind of take over the key roles so I could kind of step back a little bit and have some time just like for my mental health, for myself. We had to get a whole lot of stuff shipped from Singapore to LA so I could have my stuff. There was just like so much going on, guys. Me and Max are also trying to move on with our lives and kind of like figure out what life would be like as kind of co-founders and co-workers versus, you know, being girlfriend and boyfriend, fiance. So yeah, that there was that. It was kind of a lot. I was breaking down and crying like every other day. I had so much pressure on myself as well, because this is kind of like the first time that like I felt really like alone and by myself and doing things, and just like looking at my channel, thinking of uploading videos while I felt burnt out, thinking of new ideas was just, it was gonna send me over the edge. So I just decided like it was just not something I would do. And you know, it's kind of funny because I think last year was like just like a lot of endings, like endings of my old life, endings of, you know, the past like 7-8 years or whatever, because while I was going through my breakup with Max, I also was going through a breakup with my management company. Ashley, my manager, she was a big part of my life. We started working together in 2014 or 15 or something. Like I literally only had like 500k subscribers or something, and you know, we've been working together from then, and we were breaking up as well, kind of breaking up, and I was transitioning to a new management company because I wanted to do music, and the new management company, they specialize in music. So it was kind of a really big change for me, is like letting go of so many things. And I think at the same time, I just like let go of myself, like let go of the old Wengie, of even like Raya, of everything. For the past 8 years, it was just like literally a cleaning out. It didn't feel right to kind of go back to any of that, because all those experiences changed me. I was in a new place too. Like I had come back and forth in LA a lot, but I've never spent a lot of time here like I am doing now. So there's like so many new things I had to do, like figure out my own finances. I was no longer sharing finances with Max. I had to figure out what I was gonna do myself for the future. I felt like really alone. I felt like, you know, it's gonna make me cry, but I felt like, you know, like that support I had, that I've had for the past 7 years, like it just all disappeared in the matter of like a couple months. And I know that it was like really good for me to go through that, because it had to happen. Like sometimes in your life, you're just gonna clean out like things, because just because you've had it before doesn't mean that, you know, you should take it into the future. So I think it was just a lot of me making decisions for my own life and deciding what my future would be, and making those hard choices that, you know, I have probably put off for a long time because I've been so busy with myself, so distracted by work, that I never really sat down and thought like, hey, what is good for me? And some of it happened to me, and some of it I created, but honestly it all just happened at the same time. So it was like super hard for me to deal with that. It was just like a lot. It's like everything just came crashing down in like a matter of multiple months while I was trying to build up this company. That was like my first like serious company, because I've never raised money before. I've never had investors. I've never had to do any of that. So it's just like a lot of pressure. Oh wow. Yeah, I was like pretty depressed, but it was hard because I didn't even have time to really be depressed. It's like I had to kind of suck it up and just like go through it. Because for me, I'm like a workaholic. I'm a Capricorn. I always put work first and my career first. And, you know, if I've committed to something, I put that first. So that's why it was like so hard for me to even face and deal with my own shit. Sorry, I'm gonna take a woo. We're getting intimate for sure. For any of you guys that have gone through like a really long-term breakup where you like shared a lot of things like finances and everything like that, and also like moved countries, those two are huge things. Like I can't even explain, but like the process of dividing the assets and, you know, saying like who owns what, and I don't know if you guys, like my cats, like they're still in Singapore with him. I think he's gonna keep them because it's really hard to move them here. There's like just so many things that you kind of lose in the process as well, that you really don't think about when you make, you know, decisions like that. And I've never had to do it alone. So also like trying to settle here in LA, it's like there's a lot of things that like I don't have. Like there's a lot of things like that I can't do here because I'm still a resident of Singapore, and I go back and forth, and it's like, well, you know, it's really, you never really feel like settled. I also don't have like my friends that I grew up with or people that I could lean on apart from like calling them on the phone or FaceTiming them or whatever. So it just like, I just felt like really alone, and it was like really hard for a while. And yeah, I definitely could not upload videos. And I think moving forward, I'm kind of rediscovering myself. I don't think I'm going to be making the same kind of content I used to make, because that's the content that, you know, me and Max made together, and he had a lot of input in that. And now that it's, you know, just me again, like I have my own passions and interests that I want to talk about and content that I want to make. But, you know, I'm only just coming out of this and feeling a little bit better. So I don't think I'm in a process where I really know the type of content I really, really want to make. I'm kind of making content that I feel like is something that I enjoy doing while I figure out what I want to do later. So, you know, right now I'm doing a lot of like cooking content and stuff like that, trying out recipes because I love cooking. You guys know cooking with Wengie is like always a thing. And I don't want it to be like super crazy because I really do want to focus on my music, and I've been in the studio a lot. I've been writing a lot more. I've been able to kind of be more hands-on with the music I created now that I'm in LA versus like before. And I have a couple of tracks coming out that like I've had a lot of input on and I'm super proud of, and I can't wait for you guys to hear that. That will be on my music channel, which is a completely separate channel, or you can follow my Spotify. You can add my songs onto your playlist and things like that. I would really love it if you supported my music, because that's really where I want to be. Like, music is going to be my dream, and I've never really given myself that opportunity to chase it courageously. It had always been like a supplement to my YouTube almost, and I think when everything just fell apart, it gave me that push that I needed to make to commit to my music, where I don't have YouTube to lean back on. And I still don't want YouTube to be something that I like lean back on in case like music doesn't work out, because I feel like that's when you don't take risks. Which is why I kind of want to turn this channel into more of a place where I just like share things I love. And also with coming to LA and everything, most of my team are back in Singapore, so it's like I don't have that help either, and I've had to kind of figure out how to do everything by myself or fly people here from Singapore to help me. I also don't have like a solid place I'm staying at, kind of like figuring out where that next, you know, permanent location is gonna be. Right now I don't really have enough space to really set up like a set to film or anything, so I've just kind of been like doing what I can, I guess. I feel like a little bit of a nomad of life right now. I don't know where my life would be, but honestly in the past 8-9 years I haven't ever given myself space to figure that out, and I think this is healthy for me. I've been getting back onto a good gym routine right now. I'm really proud of myself, getting my health back in order, because I think when I don't do my health things and look after my body, my mental health goes down the drain. There were days in the past year where I would just like cry and lie in bed for so many hours. It was not good at all. But then like literally wipe my tears and get onto a meeting or something like that and put on a brave face, because I don't want to put that energy onto anyone either. I want to make sure that I'm someone that can encourage you guys to be motivated, inspire, and to go for things that you love in life. And that's the person I want to be for you guys. So the last thing I want to do is put that energy onto you guys. So moving forward, please join me on my journey while I figure out my content. Right now we're going to be doing a lot of cooking, a lot of like fun stuff that I wanted to try. Like we went shopping at Amazon, we did some like school lunches, we did some more recipes, we did some really cool like air fryer hacks that I found on TikTok. So many fun things. The other stuff I might want to try and do is maybe like vlogs and stuff like that, but I'm trying to find the balance between like videos taking over my life, which like vlogs tend to do, and I've been through this before and it's not healthy. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think the most exciting thing is I'm going to be starting to release music from November. I think our first single is going to come out on 11/11 to celebrate the birthday of 11/11 from last year. That's like the last single I put out. It's been a minute since I put out some music, but if you guys haven't heard 11/11, go check it out. And oh my gosh, I think we need to address Raya as well. Like, a lot of you guys are like, what happened to Raya? What's going on? And okay, here's the real truth. I think Raya was created for me to escape from who I was for the past like 8 years. I think I just felt really trapped in that Wengie persona that we like kind of built out, but I really just like became a different person from. And I think while I was still with Max, it was really hard to truly like put her away, if you know what I mean, like put Wengie away, because Wengie, you know, and Max, like they were truly like the old Wengie and Max, they were like, they came up together. Like that was created by both of us. So Raya was created as like for me to just have the freedom to be someone else. But I think what I realized is by changing my name and changing all the branding, no one knew who I was anymore. I was coming up on people's feeds and people didn't like know why they were like following Raya and things like that. So I think I would say like business wise and brand wise, it was a very bad decision for me. And I think a lot of my team and my management, like they said the same thing. They're like, you can't really change your name. We've never seen anyone do it successfully. But for my own sanity, I really wanted to do it and I really pursued that. And I think I got it out of my system. And now I'm back to owning Wengie, being unapologetically Wengie, but a very different Wengie than what you knew. Like, we are not doing slime, unicorn hair. Like, we're being more true to ourselves now. And I think that break really allowed me to come to terms with that, because, you know, it's something like I feel like creators will understand, but if you've never been a creator, it's really hard to understand the pressure that you feel to be a certain way for your audience, especially if you blew up because of something. Like if you're known for something and that's why you blew up and got so many subscribers, that immense pressure to stay that person, it's so strong. And it almost puts you into this place where like you really no longer know who you are, because you're so used to pandering to your audience and your family, which, guys, I love you guys, and you guys are the reason why I'm here, and I love doing things that make you happy. Like, honestly, like, it's not even you guys' fault and not the audience's fault. It's my fault for not standing up for who I was. And I think it's even like more complicated than that. Like, psychologically, it's not even that I didn't want to stand up for who I was. It's like I didn't even have time to figure out who I became. You know, because you're spending so much time being this character or this kind of person people expect you to see online. You turn it on every day for hours on a day, and then by the time you finish doing that, you're too tired and you just want to rest and do whatever and switch off. You don't even have the time to like find out and discover who you are. So how do you know what you're standing up for? Like, you don't really know. And I think through writing music and having to think about lyrics and having to think about, you know, what I want to say in my music, that's kind of like put me more in a position where I truly got to discover myself and be like, oh, I think this is who I am. But guys, like, we're still on that journey together. I still haven't gotten there yet because I'm still trying to just get over what happened in the past year, but we're doing this together. Ones that I haven't seen for years want to come back and support me and follow me on this journey. I think it could be a very fun journey together. It's a really hard balance, I think, especially when you want to be a creator. Your job is to entertain, so it's like finding that balance. But, you know, having this personal time to myself where I've been able to take a break. I also have like new family members. I can't wait to introduce them to you. I might do a separate video, my new kitten. Also, I may or may not have a new person in my life. So yeah, not ready to share that yet. But I realized this top is actually kind of a clue. I'm gonna be super cryptic, of course. Yeah, so that's been really good for me, and I hope you guys have been good. Let me know what you guys have been up to down below. I'm really interested as well. I'm sure some of you guys I haven't seen for like years and years and years and years, and you're only stumbling onto this because I have one of those dramatic YouTube titles. So yeah, tell me what's up. I hope you come back into my life, and don't forget about me. come join my journey again. If you've grown out of the old content because you've grown up, I'm here. I've grown up too. Let's continue growing up together. So yeah, let me know what you guys have been up to down below, and then I'll be back with my regular content, and I have like a ton of shorts as well on my channel if you guys want to check that out. And yeah, if you want to join my membership as well, once there's enough people in there, I'll be doing like more intimate updates there. So I'm still debating whether I should like go full into memberships or not. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. There's like a join button, and it's just like a monthly fee. Go in there. You guys can directly chat to me on the community. I post like members only community stuff. You can comment there, and that's like a direct line to me. I read all of them. So yeah, hope you guys have been well. I hope this explains a lot that's been happening. And yeah, I just wanted to do this instead of just like continually uploading videos that you're just like, oh, what happened to her? Thank you for either being here this whole time supporting me or coming back to the family. Love you guys so much. Mwah. See you soon.